Welcome everybody to a new MachoorTV video. Today is the day where Capcom has released their new update. This is the best day of being a Ryu main in Street Fighter V. I have been waiting for this ever since 2016. Ryu is not low tier anymore. Let's get into it. So, oh my god, there's a lot to cover. There is a lot to cover. And I'm just gonna give you guys my initial thoughts about the update and about the Ryu changes, about what they have given them, about their thoughts when they were giving those kind of changes for Ryu, these kind of buffs for Ryu. Ryu got buffed so well. He is much more stronger than he was before. I really like what Capcom has done with him. It seems that they have actually listened to us. It seems that they have, I don't know if they had the same thought process as us when we made the video, me and the other top Ryu players, when we made that video where we discussed about Ryu's suggested buffs. I'm not really sure if they watched that. That would be nice. It seems that they have implemented about 80% or most of the things that we have suggested. And some of the things they have just went on, and were completely creative with them. So let's just get into it. I still haven't played any kind of games. The server was down. It was updating. But however, I can see that this version of Ryu is the strongest version yet, and it's such a strong version. He is not considered low tier anymore. He cannot be considered low tier anymore. This character is mid-tier and above. We still cannot say where exactly, but he is strong. He is strong. This is not. Let's just get into it. So basically, what Capcom has done is that they focused actually on fixing Ryu's neutral. I think that was one of the main things that they thought about. Fixing Ryu's neutral. We actually spoke about this for a really long time, and I have been speaking about this for over a year now. The crouching medium kick button is such a crucial button for Ryu. They have buffed it multiple times. However, the buffs were not enough, as Ryu actually needed a follow-up attack to the crouching medium kick for it to actually be a useful button. So they gave us the donkey kick. They improved the donkey kick, and they have improved the button itself, crouching medium kick itself. But it wasn't enough. And I have been, if you actually watch my previous videos, even in the video where I did it with the Ryu players, I also suggested that they actually buff the Tatsu. If you buff the Tatsu, then you automatically buff the crouching medium kick, and they have gone and they did that. I suggested that they give Ryu either the medium Tatsu or the heavy Tatsu, make it hit crouchers. They have gone and they have given Ryu that buff to every single Tatsu. The light one, the medium one, the heavy one. They all hit crouchers right now. This is incredible. When I saw that, I almost had a seizure. I was so freaking happy with that. The first thing that I have, okay, let's I can't even get my thoughts together. First thing first, that button, that buff itself, it helps Ryu with punishing things. It helps Ryu with punishing things. It helps Ryu with your mental thought while you're playing the game itself. You don't even have to think. They even mentioned this in their actual notes. You don't even have to think whether the opponent is standing or crouching. You just do Tatsu and boom, that's good. That's good enough. However, they have decreased the Tatsu's damage, and they have increased the donkey kick's damage, which gives you like a little bit of trade-off where you want to choose which one do you want to use. However, we will get into that later on, as the option will become much more clearer for you. So that's one thing. Then they also worked on the standing medium punch. The standing medium punch right now is actually +2 on block. This is, I'm about to cry right now. Standing medium punch being +2 on block is a buff that we have been crying, we have been praying to get for years now, because this buff alone, it fixes a lot of matchups. It fixes the matchups of every character that has a good 3-framer. Akuma, Kage, Nekali, a lot of them. People, once you do a standing medium punch, and they block it, the opponent blocks, and he has a good three framer, they immediately start mashing three frames because you're +1 on block, and then they can interrupt you if you try to press another standing medium punch or something else. So this buff actually fixes a lot of matchups, and then it fixes Ryu's attacking options. Yeah, I don't have to worry about others mashing through my block string right now. This is incredible. This is something that I've been wishing for so long, over a year. This is something that, ever since I realized this, I was like, man, this needs to be changed, and I'm glad that they finally did it. It's late, but it's finally here. It's better late than never. So this is so helpful. This will be something very helpful. The other thing is that we actually spoke about all of these points in our videos before, in our suggested suggested buffs for Capcom. They actually buffed the standing heavy punch also. The standing heavy punch right now, it's special cancelable. They have been giving this buff to Ryu in the previous seasons, however, with V-Trigger on. Now, you don't even have to have V-Trigger on, and you can actually special cancel the standing heavy punch into any other special move that you want, which is great because that button has like really good range, and it can work as a whiff punishing tool. And there are some situations where nothing actually works. Instead of a sweep and a standing heavy punch with a special cancelable, which is so this is all. It all fixes the fundamental issues with Ryu, where his attacking options were bad and his whiff punishing options were bad. This fixes a core issue with Ryu. Thank you, Capcom, so much for these 3 buffs. These are actually incredible. Other thing is that we actually spoke about Donkey Kick being, they need to increase the range of Donkey Kick itself. Different versions of him, they have to be increased. And the thing that I like about it is that they have gone and they have given this buff to every version of him. To every version, to the light one, to the medium one, to the heavy one, and to the EX1. And it's more reliable right now. Now you can actually do a crouching medium kick into medium donkey kick, and it will be as per my testing, it will be somewhat reliable. It is reliable. I have not seen it whiff from my testing yet. It might whiff in certain situations, but it is much more reliable right now. And the EX donkey kick is even more reliable than the normal one, which is great. And now the crouching medium kick actually connects with EX donkey kick, which is great because now Ryu actually has very good options in terms of max range buttons, like in max range situations where you have like nothing to do with, like, your options are limited in that range itself. You can actually do EX crouching medium kick into EX donkey kick, which is amazing, which is something really good, and does a lot of damage, and can work as a whiff punishing tool also. So that's something that is incredibly great. They have also made the crouching medium kick faster from 7 frames to 6 frames. Incredible buffs, really good. I really like that. In terms of whiff punishing tools, the sweep right now is actually something that we have spoken about also. All of these points we have already spoken about them. The sweep right now, I said in my previous video that I want the range of the sweep to be increased. However, I remember one of the other players, I think MDC Jimmy, I'm not quite sure, he suggested that he wants it to be faster, and they have gone and did that. They changed it from 8 frames to 7 frames. This means that the sweep right now can be a better whiff punishing tool for you. Ever since since it's a long range button, having it faster means that you can actually use it for whiff punishing things, which is really great. So they have actually buffed V-Trigger 1. They made it longer, not by much. They made it longer, and they buffed the normals. While it's more like a transformation right now, where once you have V-Trigger 1 on, most of your normals, they will get buffed in terms of frames. For example, the standing light punch is now +6 on hit when V-Trigger 1 is on, and crouching light punch is +5 on hit and crouching medium punch is actually +6 on hit during V trigger 1. This means that you can actually connect it with moves that previously you had to have a counter hit to connect them. So for example, crouching light punch into standing medium punch, or standing light punch into standing medium punch. These things you had to have like a counter hit before, so then you can confirm them or you can connect them. Now you don't need a counter hit as long as you have V trigger 1 on, which is good, but you know, it needs more testing. It needs more testing where we can see the actual benefit of this. Maybe we can find some kind of setups for him. We will see. We'll see how things go. I think this will take time for us to figure out and to squeeze out the potential out of it. Hadoukens right now they charge faster. Level 2 of Hadouken in V trigger 1, it charges faster, which is great. However, this is not the V trigger to choose right now, my guys. This is not the V trigger to choose right now, which we will get into right now. Ryu also got buffed. Before we get into V trigger 2, Ryu got buffed in terms of the corner damage. Okay, now the EX donkey kick right now connects in the corner, and you can follow it up with a Shoryuken, which was something that was not available for Ryu before, which is stupid, but they finally did. But you cannot follow up an EX donkey kick with a heavy Shoryuken in the corner. You can only do a medium or a light Shoryuken. Which is good. It still gives like I think it's the largest kind of damage that you can get from spending 1 bar in the corner, or you can follow it up with EX Shoryuken, which also will be, I think, the most increased one, the most damaging combo, the most 2-meter damaging combo in the corner. I think so. I have to really double check that, whether it's going to be the EX Tatsu into EX Shoryuken, or it's going to be EX Donkey Kick into EX Shoryuken. However, I know that for sure that if you're gonna spend 1 bar in the corner, you should do an EX Donkey Kick into medium Shoryuken. That's gonna give you the most damage out of 1 bar in the corner. So that is nice. Also, one more thing is that they have given you the option to follow up an EX Tatsu in the corner with a heavy Shoryuken, which is good. Only the second hit of the heavy Shoryuken will connect, but it's still good. It's extra damage. We'll take it. It's nice. You don't need V-Trigger for that. That is something very, very good. Now, let's get to the main course. The elephant in the room. V-Trigger 2. Oh my goodness. What have they done with V-Trigger 2? I love whoever gave this idea to Capcom. Whoever came up with this idea in Capcom's meetings. I love you. I don't know who you are, but I freaking love you. We should have known, if you have been living under a rock. A few days back, Capcom actually collaborated with Fortnite, and they brought Chun-Li and Ryu to Fortnite. We should have known that was a sign that they are gonna give Ryu a freaking shotgun in Street Fighter 5. That is what V-Trigger 2 right now is. They have given him a literal shotgun. We are just gonna call this the new V-Trigger move, the shotgun punch. That's the name of it. They have given him. Now you don't even have to use your V-Trigger 2 for the parry. We spoke about V-Trigger 2 many times before. We said that it's unreliable. We said that it's risky. It's a hit or miss kind of a V-Trigger, so it's not reliable. Why would you even go for it? But now you don't even have to pick V-Trigger 2 for the parry. You pick V-Trigger 2 for the punch that you can utilize with. During V-Trigger 2. It's a heavy damaging punch. It gives a lot of stun, and you can connect it from the silliest of things. From a Hadouken. You can connect the Hadouken with the punch of V-Trigger 2. This is incredible. This is incredible because now this makes V-Trigger 2 I feel like there is no reason for you right now to pick V-Trigger 1. I feel like V-Trigger 2 fixes a lot of issues that Ryu had, okay? V-Trigger 2 actually gives you a defensive option, which is the parry, the 2-frame parry, okay? And it gives you an offensive option. It gives you extra damage, like it makes every single combo of you so damaging that it's so scary. Every opponent will think twice before getting hit by Ryu. Isn't that true? And every opponent will think twice before attacking Ryu since he has V-Trigger 2 on. Because if he parries, if he gets a successful parry with V-Trigger 2, then you're gonna take a lot of damage, my friend. And if he hits you once and he follows up with a V-Trigger 2 move, then you're getting a lot of damage, my friend. So this V-Trigger, it automatically makes Ryu dangerous, which is something that Ryu has been missing ever since Season 1. Ever since Season 1, Ryu has not been dangerous, but this V-Trigger actually gives him. And the thing is that it doesn't have to be, it makes Ryu not rely on fireballs. The problem with V-Trigger 1 is that, as I have said before in my video, is that V-Trigger 1 is basically like a glorified fireball, okay? Fireballs are already not good in Street Fighter 5. They are already a bad option in Street Fighter 5. So you having a faster fireball, it's not 2 hits fireball unless you charge it, which takes time. That is not that beneficial. It's easy for opponents to actually get away from it. They can neutral jump it. Some other opponents, they actually want you to throw that fireball so then they can get in. They have a lot of options to bypass fireballs. So you having a V-Trigger that is strong and doesn't rely on fireballs, that's a win. That is a win, because now you don't even have to, you're not trying to fight the system. You're just avoiding the system. You're not trying to make fireballs very strong. You're just avoiding them. You're just avoiding fireballs, altogether. You're finding a new way to make a V-Trigger strong for Ryu, which is great. And by the way, this actually makes a fireball strong, because if you connect like even a standing light punch, a standing medium punch into fireball, into the V-Trigger 2 move, then it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. So even a fireball can be good in this case. That is actually, whoever gave Ryu the shotgun punch is a genius. Is a genius. I am telling you, he's a genius. The thing is also, we also had this discussion before where Ryu actually needs his meter. As you said before, that Ryu, he is not dangerous, okay? So Ryu always needs his meter, he needs his super, so then he can actually confirm to super and deal a lot of damage. That is the only case where Ryu becomes dangerous, okay? V-Trigger 2 allows him to do that, because now you don't even have to spend meter. You don't even have to think about spending meter for getting extra damage. Just open your V-Trigger 2 and use it. You can save up the meter, no need for using it. Then you also, once the V-Trigger is over, you have a full super on. So now you can get one hit, confirm it into the V-Trigger move, and it allows you for another confirmation, another move. The V-Trigger allows you for 2 hits. So now you got 2 combos, 2 chances of landing heavy damage. We're talking about heavy damage, okay? And then after that, you get your super, and then also allows you for a confirmation with heavy damage. That is, if that's not dangerous, then I don't know what it is. If that's not dangerous, then I don't know what it is. Ryu used to hit like a truck, but now he hits with a bazooka. This is incredibly good. This is incredibly good. I am not over exaggerating this, guys. The moment that I saw this, I was like, man, this is amazing. This is amazing. So as we have said, the only reason right now for you to actually use an EX meter, okay, while having V-Trigger 2 of Ryu, is for you, whether you want to do an EX Shoryuken, okay, a wake up EX Shoryuken, or an EX Hadouken to get in, okay, or you want to just increase the crazy damage that you're already getting. Also, anti-airs, we already spoke about, Ryu needing anti-air super, following up the anti-air Shoryuken with a super. They haven't given him that. However, with V-Trigger 2, it makes his anti-airs a lot more dangerous, because if you do like a Shoryuken, a medium Shoryuken anti-air, you follow up with the V-Trigger 2 move, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. It makes you think that, I don't really need to spend the super right now. So this is like a very good alternative to actually having anti-air Shoryuken with super. This is a very good alternative. This is fixing, you guys can see this is fixing like every single issue that we spoke about. So for me, you know, my strategy, first of all, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I am dropping V-Trigger 1. I am dropping V-Trigger 1 for Ryu. I am going with V-Trigger 2 from today for months until I find like some crucial issues with it, which I doubt, because that move is super good. It is super offensive, and I wouldn't even use the parry once I have V-Trigger 2 on. I would just use it for that shotgun punch. So personally for me, you know, you know, as I said, it's going to be giving him a very good thing that he has been missing for a really long time, making him scary, both in offense and in defense, and it lasts 50 seconds. It lasts 50 seconds. 50 seconds is almost half of the. It's all more than half of the match itself, more than half of the round itself. So it lasts for a really long time. You don't even have to think about it. You just pop it in, just open it, and then you just keep it on. Whenever you get that chance, whenever you get that actual hit, just confirm it with that. You get a lot of damage, a lot of stun. It's just crazy. It's just very dangerous, if you ask me. I think that for me, if you can train yourself mentally to not use meter, since we have been, you know, so used to using a lot of meter, you know, just throwing meter out of the way with Ryu just to try to get in. I think if you try to start doing that right now, this is the right time for it. To save it for the super, of course. You know, if you can get like any hit into V-Trigger 2, just do it. If you can actually, if you're actually thinking about whether you should actually do the V-Trigger move or not, just do it. Just do it. Get that damage. Get that damage. This is a 2-bar V-Trigger. There is a chance for you to actually get it again in the same round itself. There's a chance for you to get it again. So if you're gonna think about it, just do it. Just do it. That punch is incredible. For me, if you are going to use V-Trigger 2, I would say before opening V-Trigger 2, you should use Tatsu. Whenever you're canceling a button, you should use Tatsu because it's a worry-free special move. It gives you very good corner carry. It gives you Oki. It has good damage, good stun. Okay, even though it just got nerfed. However, it's very good and it can hit crouches, which is something really amazing. It can be used and it will punish a lot of things. Okay, use Tatsu before you open V-Trigger 2. The reason why you want to stop using Tatsu once you have V-Trigger 2 on is because Tatsu cannot be cancelled into the shotgun punch, the V-Trigger 2 punch. Okay, so I believe that once you open V-Trigger 2, you should start using either Shoryuken or Hadouken or Donkey Kick if you want. Donkey Kick just got buffed, the damage just got buffed. So start using that so then you can utilize the punch, the shotgun punch, which is that's like the only thing is that you have to like keep in mind. I think that as I said, don't use a lot of meter. Don't try to get better with punishing. This is something that Ryu players have not been really good at. But this is the time for you to actually learn how to whiff punish things better, because now you have good tools, you have usable tools to whiff punish things. Use V-Trigger 2 the moment that you get it. The moment, I don't even care. I think that even this kind of V-Trigger, you would want to pop it even without landing a hit on your opponent or getting like a hit on block or something. You don't even have to do it. Just raw open it. Just open it raw. The moment that you open this V-Trigger, you are immediately a lot more dangerous in defense and in offense. In defense and in offense, even though I wouldn't use the parry. Okay, 90% of the time I wouldn't use the parry. However, this gives you a lot more threat. I can't believe that we're talking about Ryu and we're talking about threat. Like, this is incredible. This is incredible. These are my thoughts right now. I am going to start playing Ryu with V-Trigger 2 from today. I will anti-air people into V-Trigger 2, into Shotgun Punch. This is the name for it. Shotgun Punch. They made Ryu freaking one punch man. Ryu right now in Street Fighter 5 is one punch man. He will punch you once and he will deal this much damage from you. This is incredible. I thank you, Capcom. Just thank you so much. Thank you. This is incredible. You bet your ass there's going to be a lot of videos about this. There's going to be a lot of memes. There's going to be a lot of streams about this. So don't miss this. I will start playing today. I'll start streaming from today, and just prepare for more. This is our time. This is our time, Ryu players. We have been waiting for 5 years to have Ryu actually be viable, and this is the time. I would highly suggest, even if you're not interested into V-Trigger 2, I would highly suggest that you actually try to play it. Try to play V-Trigger 2. You will see that it has a lot of benefits that Ryu did not have before. That punch, that punch itself, it fixes a lot of things that Ryu did not have before. So, and you can use me as a guinea pig. I will be like the lab rat for you guys. I will test it. I will give you my thoughts about it. I'll continue to give you guys my thoughts about it. And hopefully you found this entertaining, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care. This is our time, baby. Our time.